I'm hosting a Dune tournament where I'm flying all the best players in the world literally 2 days from now.
Is that right?
And yeah, it's a $20,000 prize, and it's like the French champion, the last 3 world champions, like the top 10 on the ELA leaderboard.
Are you going to compete?
Yeah, of course. So
Nice.
I'm flying them all down, and we're like literally I'm hosting a tournament 2 days from now. And it's kind of funny because basically the problem with Catan though is there is like a lot of RNG. At the end of the day, it is just dice roll, and a typical dice curve should go up and then down. But sometimes you just have games where it goes up, drops,
Right.
and so I tried to find. It's so funny. People would not expect this to be about board games, but I tried to find a board game that was a little less RNG. But then the problem is like chess, it just gets to the point where it's purely skill. And then in my opinion, it's like who's willing to give up the most of their life? Because like I feel like I could be a phenomenal chess player if I spent 30 years studying.
Right.
And I don't want to spend 30 years. So that's where I came to the conclusion. It has to be a little bit of RNG, but preferably it's not super RNG. And so like I landed on this game Dune, which is kind of a good combo where and it's super nerdy, but that's why I'm really into it. And I feel like if you're good, you can still consistently win. But there's a little bit of an element where, it mixes things up. And so,
So did this happen? Was this like early in your life that you got this like strategy game addiction?
The obsession. Yeah. I don't know where it's come from. I actually just listened to Elon's biography by Walter Isaacson. Have you listened to it yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, it's really good. Elon was the same way. He just throughout his whole life has always loved strategy games. And I don't know, for me, it's almost like a fast-paced version of what I'm doing. Like building a company is fun, but it's very slow. Like this is like, we're on year 14 and I'm going to be doing this for another 30 years. Whereas like in a strategy video game or a strategy board game, you get that like adrenaline high, but in the span of an hour, not a decade.
Right.
And it's fun,